Hey there, dental buds. Today I'm going to be talking about something I've been getting a lot of questions about. It's about how I cracked the NEET MDS 2020 in my first attempt. Now, the short answer would be that when the results came out on, say, Jan 16th of 2020, I was as shocked as you guys are. I got a rank of 587, All India rank, that is, and I exploded with joy, obviously, plus happiness, but mostly shock. But to explain this story or to give it justice, I first have to give you a little premise. I was not always this really smart guy, and not to say that my rank is explosively amazing or anything, but I was pretty good at studies until the 10th standard. But after that, I joined PU. So PU was a roller coaster ride for me. It was a lot of sad and a lot of confusion, you know. I had no idea what was going on half the time in the classes, and the only subjects I did well were in English, plus oddly enough, it was Hindi, which I tell you and I lie to you not, I was really bad at. So now what happened next was that my UGCET started, obviously after PU, and to no surprise, I hit a solid 8,000 plus rank in my UG. I joined a tier 4 PDS college, and of course I did what anyone does. I barely got through the first year. Okay, but I'll tell you more about my BDS journey in a future video. Today I'm going to be telling you about how this part of my BDS influenced my performance in the MDS exams. So now, as I mentioned, I was not that great of an A student in the first year of BDS, but things went well. And then fast forward to the third to final year, I was really interested in orthodontics. I was interested to the point where I'd read all the chapters beforehand. I would be really smart about what I read, and in class I was this grade A jackass because I kept answering so many of the questions, jackass. Now, my love for orthodontics was like never ending, right? So whatever it was that concerned orthodontics, I had to know, because finally I was happy with my staff, with the curriculum, with the work. Everything was great. And then started my internship. So this was after my fourth year. Internship is just beginning. And I'm a joyful, happy kid. And I see all of my seniors. And I look to them and see that they're all writing their NEET PGs. And, I thought, why not try? Right? I was already such a bad loser in my UG days. My UG CET was one of my worst nightmares. So why not do it again? So that's what I decided. So I joined this coaching center in Bangalore. It's called FAME. Great teacher, great ambience, good friends. And then began my study period. I sucked at anatomy, because average kid, don't know shit. And then I really started working joyfully. So my idea of studying is that you learn what you like. Because when you learn what all you like, you remember it more, you know, because it was associated with fun, happier times, right? And ding came the idea. With the constant struggles of internship happening, where there was way too much work and way little studies going on, I finally caught a break after my internship was over. And when I finally caught the break, I had 3 months for the exam. And I'll make another video about what I did in this 3-month grind that got me the 587 rank. I'll tell you, it was pretty gruesome. Okay? And then after this 3 months, the only thing that kept me going after just the first few days was that I had to get that ortho seat for my MDS. And now, even though the counseling hasn't happened, I'm not really sure I'll be able to hit that government seat. I'm really happy because this rank, this was unachievable to me at a point. I was hoping for a rank that is, decent enough, something like in the 3000 range. And, get some shitty seat. But 587 is pretty okay, I guess. I'll tell you more about it after the counseling though. So, this is the story of my exam day. Okay? Exam. So after 3 months of this terror-like preparation came the exam. Oh no, I'm afraid. And then the exam began. And I really shit you not, I almost shit myself. Because the exam was crazy. No memorizable things, no memory-based shit, nothing. All of it was case-based. And guess what? This idiot who is making this video now was only good at this stuff. And I always sucked at this in the class tests, right? So what happened next? The case-based questions were plentiful. Plenty. And when I say plenty, it reached the hundreds marks. Out of the 240 questions, 100 of them had something to do with a case. And then there was a buttload of picture-based questions. Yay, good for me. Even though I did screw up the handpiece, whoever wrote the exam probably know that there was a magnetostrictive handpiece, which this idiot thought was a sonic scalar. Okay? That is pretty stupid. I know. So, after this grueling few questions, I still remember the way it was divided in a rough sense. Since it was 240 questions, it was about 100 normal type questions about basic sciences. Okay? And there was another 80 or 90 that were a little special and clinical. And then came the 5 plus so much more picture-based stuff. A lot. So now how I cracked these picture-based questions. So most of them were repeats from OP, as an oral pathology from Schaefer's. So, some of these pictures were familiar. Some of them were from OS, surgical and all those good stuff. Most of them were from perio, oddly enough. Because perio questions that you expect are mostly, perio based. I'm not so remotely different that you might have to have a PG sitting next to you to even tell you what it was, referring to. So, in this confusion, what I did realize was that the picture-based questions had a pattern to them. What was the pattern? Most of them were surgical in nature, even the OP ones. As in, the questions did not just ask you to identify a picture, it asked you to use the picture to come to a diagnosis or to come to a treatment plan. Fine. I hope that makes sense. Because a picture was there about a man with a lipoma on his back, and the options that were present were not just about, what it was. It was moreover like what it could be and what can be done for it and things like that. So I hope you're getting the point I'm trying to get across. So then there was this series of questions where your liver was short, or your kidney was screwed, and of course your wife got you to the ER because you're a drunk ass piece of shit. But let's not discuss about that. So what I'm trying to get to is the exam was all sorts of crazy, and when I came out I was like, that went fine. That went fine. But shockingly enough, not many people thought of it like that. And me immediately got sad, because when you look at a bunch of sad faces and you think the exam was easy, that means one of two things. Either you screwed up like a piece of shit, or you were super smart. And let me tell you now, I really had screwed up. Because little did I know that the small stupid mistakes I did had cut down my rank from what could have been 300 to 587. Because I fucked up 3 questions. That is a lot for your PG exams, let me tell you. Now the exam was over, and then I walk out and I saw all these sad faces, then I went home. And what I did was something all of you will cringe about. I took to YouTube to find the answer keys. Because I'm all sorts of crazy. And you guys are my subscribers. All the best with that. Now I found the answer key more or less to say 200 questions, give or take. And I found out that I was doing pretty well. And I kept telling myself that was not possible and something would go wrong. And again, fast forward to 16 Jan. I don't know why I'm pronouncing some words so stupidly, but 16 Jan. I'm driving again close to the college where I did my internship, oddly enough. And now I'm on the road, at the side of the road. Everyone keeps telling me that the results might be fake because it never comes earlier, because it was promised on 22nd, but it came out on 16th. What the hell is happening? God knows. And then I checked my results and it was 587. Behold, I jumped with happiness, whatever, and everything was great. I felt damn happy. A sudden realization did happen that I'm never going to get a government seat. But let's not be an ass about it, because that's already established. So overall, this is how it happened. More about how I prepared will come up later on. But this is basically the premise of how I made it through NEET MDS in the first attempt and what all happened, the basic big highlights. Thank you. Stay tuned for more series of stupid videos about how I do small frugal things. Also, catch the video on the unboxing from Hornard, which is pretty cool. They sell a lot of cool spices, and the rice is to die for. Don't die for it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.